I'm sure everyone in this room probably has some interesting stories on this topic. But first, before we get started, thank you to everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of this community. It's great to see new faces. How many new news participants do we have here? For who is this the first time? Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Well, keep bringing more friends and keep this circle growing, and I hope next time I see those hands raised but up here on the stage. So sign up for stories for next month. Right. So when we thought about this topic, we thought it was a particularly fitting topic for this group of people, since everyone here seems to come from very different places, different backgrounds, different stories, moving to different places. And so everyone has something that when they're moving away or moving forward or letting go, you've just got to keep going forward and marching on. I know for me, I think about getting over it and moving forward. Since I was a little kid, my parents made us move a lot. Every couple of years it was like, right kids, put all your belongings into one box each and we're moving countries. And I remember when I was about 6 years old, which is probably the earliest recollections I have of this, and my mum and dad saying, we lived in England at the time, they said, we're moving to Italy in 2 weeks. You can pack up all your belongings. And so the day we were supposed to move, and this was back in the early 90s, we drove from England to Italy. And so my parents packed up the car, and I had my best friend that lived next to me. And me and my best friend ran down the road, and we tied ourselves to the lamppost. So we were outside, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. And there's these two little kids tied to the lamppost, and my parents had to physically extract me from the lamppost and stuff me in the car. And that was my first kind of getting over it or moving on. And since then I got a little bit better at that, I think. I think I pack my own bags now, and nobody has to pick me up and move me. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to give the mic over to the wonderful Amanda, who's going to be entertaining us with her story for the evening. Amanda.
Hi, well, letting go. I think everybody has had to let go a lot of things, but if you ask me, I think the two big things I've had to let go of is the fact that I was not going to be married by 30, have 3 kids, and the white picket fence. These two big life-changing things that the movies told me would be these happy moments were tear-stained. When I got pregnant, I wasn't sure I was fit to be a mother. The truth is, I'm kind of still on the fence about that one. I let my daughter listen to reggaeton, and she thinks that a home-cooked meal is ramen noodles. On the other hand, marriage. When my daughter was 8 months old, I got a ring. And my reaction was, what the fuck are you thinking? And I ran out. It was a beautiful ring. It was blue. I kind of wish I could have kept it. I really think I did both of us a favor. I mean, he was an awesome person. He was not the person for me. Most of you would have liked him better than me. He was kind of hippie-ish, really nice, but not the kind of person for a square like me. But the thing is, I was really judged because I had decided that I was enough. I was going to raise my daughter by myself. I was going to play with her, teach her, do my job. I was going to work out. I was going to have hobbies. And all of this makes me sound like this kind of superwoman, but actually what it means is that I'm super tired all the time. I order a lot of takeout. I have a nanny and a really great therapist. So these are like the big things that I've had to let go of. The fact that I will not have a partner in life, and if I cry, I will comfort myself. If I'm sick, I will make my own chicken soup. I have to have backup keys, because I will lose my keys, and I do, and I lose them, and I cry. And then I go and I look for the fucking backup keys, which I always have. But then, this was my choice, and it made me feel very empowered, because I had decided to do this. And I like this feeling of control. So I decided to take it one step further. And I decided I would not be with anyone until my daughter was 10 years old. But I still wanted to get laid.
You go, girl.
Yeah. So I decided I would have a toy boy. So to do this, I had to think, okay, I had to be practical. It had to be someone who was willing to have just fun sex, which was super hard because all men are really looking for a commitment. Then I had to look for someone I couldn't fall in love with. So I had to choose someone who had like moral differences with me. So I chose someone really right-winged and a Neanderthal. And that's how I went about it. I actually found this person and I upfront went and proposed a no strings attached relationship. And he said yes, big surprise. I mean, and the first thing we did was we made a set of rules. And I love rules. So I actually think like the first orgasm I had with him was when we made the rules. And I'm gonna read the rules. Rule number 1, no going out in public, no telling anyone. We were co-workers, so that would just complicate things. Rule number 2, no fighting or jealousy. It's not a relationship, so there's no reason to fight. Rule number 3, if anybody develops feelings, the relationship must be ended. Rule number 4, he will adapt to my schedule, which actually meant that when my daughter went to her father's house, we would get together. Rule number 5, no sleepovers. Rule number 6, at least once a week we get together, sex is a must. Rule number 7, monogamy is a must. So, 4 years passed. I think we broke almost every rule. And the thing is, we would wake up in the morning and on our way to work, we would talk on the phone. We would get to work and we would have a coffee. I am not sure how much we worked. We would play, we made up a soundtrack of Dumb Dork songs, which basically means we took every song we knew and incorporated the word dork into it. He was the person I would cry with. He would be the person I would laugh with. He was the person I slept with. We would have parties with themes. We would have pajama parties. He was my person. And then last year in December, we decided to end it. Because we decided we were more than friends. We were best friends. And we didn't want to ruin that. Now I'm going to get girly. So we ended. It was really hard for both of us. But not much changed, actually. We kept getting together. We actually kept having pajama parties. We just didn't take off our pajamas. So basically it was the same thing, but no sex. And then in May, he told me he was gonna quit his job and go to Spain and fulfill his lifelong dream of living abroad. So since May, we have been saying goodbye. And, sorry. We kept saying our goodbyes, and I get it. He has growing up to do. He was a lot younger than me, and we said goodbye. But the thing is, he left about a week ago, and I let him go. I said goodbye. I never asked him to stay, and he doesn't let go of me. We talk every day on chat, we Skype. He sent me pictures of his new apartment, and he has his fridge full of our pictures, his bedside with the gifts I have given him, including a dork duck, which is actually like the plastic duck, which is a dork duck. And I need him to let me go, because the harsh truth is, I can't be mad, because I get that he has growing up to do. I get that he wants to live other things. But he will grow up and live other things without me. he will meet someone. And when he does this, he will tell me how special I was to him. How, because he met me, since he was a Neanderthal, I let him become A, B, and C. I taught him how to go from point X to Y and Z. But he will live and grow up these things without me. So I figure I kind of cheated on this storytelling because it doesn't have an ending yet. And I know you're supposed to have an ending. But I also thought maybe if I said it out loud, I could let go. Or maybe I can send him this and he'll let go of me. Because I really need him to let me go. And I have let go of something. And it's the fact that I can't control everything, apparently. And I have learned that maybe I do want someone in my life. And that makes me feel so vulnerable, and I hate that. I'm thinking maybe I can make a list of rules for that. That's it. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Amanda again. Thank you for sharing that with us. And sometimes stories don't need to have an ending.